the President of the United States of America, Mr. Donald Trump. हम सब खड़े होकर के नमस्ते ट्रम्प, नमस्ते ट्रम्प।
Namaste. Namaste. And hello to India. This is such a great honor. Let me begin by expressing my profound gratitude to an exceptional leader, a great champion of India, a man who works night and day for his country, and a man I am proud to call my true friend, Prime Minister Modi. The First Lady and I have just traveled 8,000 miles around the globe to deliver a message to every citizen across this nation. America loves India, America respects India, and America will always be faithful and loyal friends to the Indian people. 5 months ago, the United States welcomed your great Prime Minister at a giant football stadium in Texas. And today, India welcomes us at the world's largest cricket stadium right here in Ahmedabad. It is a profound honor to be the beautiful new stadium, to be here with you. Motera Stadium, so beautiful, and joined by so many distinguished guests from all across your nation and all across the world. To the hundreds of thousands of everyday citizens who come out and line the streets in a stunning display of Indian culture and kindness, and to the 125,000 people in this great stadium today, thank you for the spectacular welcome to your magnificent country. You have done a great honor to the American people. Melania, my family, we will always remember this remarkable hospitality. We will remember it forever. From this day on, India will always hold a very special place in our hearts. The life of Prime Minister Modi underscores the limitless promise of this great nation. He started out by his father's side as a chiwala, a tea seller. When he was a young man, he worked at a cafeteria in this city. Stand up. Everybody loves him, but I will tell you this, he's very tough. Today, Prime Minister Modi is the tremendously successful leader of this vast Indian Republic. Last year, more than 600 million people went to the polls and gave him a landslide victory like no other in the largest democratic election ever held anywhere on the face of the earth. Prime Minister Modi, you are not just the pride of Gujarat. You are living proof that with hard work and devotion, Indians can accomplish anything, anything at all, anything they want. The Prime Minister has a moving story of an incredible rise and so does this entire nation. Your nation is doing so well. We are very, very proud of India. The story of the Indian nation is a tale of astounding progress, a miracle of democracy, extraordinary diversity, and above all, a strong and noble people. India gives hope to all of humanity. In just 70 years, India has become an economic giant, the largest democracy ever to exist, and one of the most amazing nations anywhere in the world. Since the turn of the century, India's economy has grown more than 6 times in size. In a single decade, India has lifted over 270 million people out of poverty. Under Prime Minister Modi, for the first time in history, every village in India now has access to electricity. 320 million people, more Indians, are right now connected to the internet. The pace of highway construction has more than doubled. Over 70 million more households, think of this, 70 million more households have access to cooking fuel. 600 million more people have access to basic sanitation, and incredibly, 12 Indian citizens are lifted out of extreme poverty every single minute of every single day. India will soon be the home of the biggest middle class anywhere in the world, and within less than 10 years, extreme poverty in your country is projected to completely disappear. The potential for India is absolutely incredible. India's rise as a prosperous and independent nation is an example to every nation all over the world, and one of the most outstanding achievements of our century. It is all the more inspiring because you have done it as a democratic country. You have done it as a peaceful country. You have done it as a tolerant country. And you have done it as a great free country. There is all the difference in the world between a nation that seeks power through coercion, intimidation, and aggression, and a nation that rises by setting its people free and unleashing them to chase their dreams, and that is India. This is why India's accomplishment over the last 70 years is completely unrivaled no matter where you go. It is your faith in the strength of a free society, your confidence in your own people, your trust in your own citizens, and your respect for the dignity of every person that makes the United States and India such a natural, beautiful, enduring friendship. While our nations have many differences, they are both defined and propelled by a fundamental truth, the truth that all of us are blessed with divine light and every person is endowed with a sacred soul. As the great religious teacher Swami Vivekananda once said, the moment I stand in reverence before every human being and see God in him, that moment I am free. In America and in India, we know that we are all born for a higher purpose, to reach toward our fullest potential, to work toward excellence and perfection, and to give all glory to God. Powered by this spirit, Indians and Americans are always striving to be greater. Our people are always seeking to be better. And so our nations have become thriving centers of culture and commerce and civilization, giving light and vitality to all of the world. This is the country that produces nearly 2,000 movies a year from the hub of genius and creativity known as Bollywood. All over the planet, people take great joy in scenes of Bhangra, music, dance, romance, and drama, and classic Indian films like DDLJ and Showjay. This is the country where your people cheer on some of the world's greatest cricket players, from Sachin Tendulkar to Virat Kohli, the greatest in the world. This is the country that built the tallest statue on the face of the earth to honor the namesake of this stadium, the great Indian patriot and native of this state, Sardar Patel. India is the country where hundreds of millions of light candles to celebrate the triumph of good over evil at Diwali. And it's where, just days from now, Indians of all faiths will pour out onto the streets to celebrate the beautiful festival of Holi. India is a country that proudly embraces freedom, liberty, individual rights, the rule of law, and the dignity of every human being. Your nation has always been admired around the earth as the place where millions upon millions of Hindus and Muslims and Sikhs and Jains, Buddhists, Christians, and Jews worship side by side in harmony, where you speak more than 100 languages and come from more than 24 states, yet you have always stood strong as one great Indian nation. Your unity is an inspiration to the world. In America, we have come to know the splendor of Indian culture personally through the 4 million Indian Americans living in the United States as our wonderful friends, colleagues, and neighbors. They are truly spectacular people. Indian Americans enrich every aspect of our national life. They are titans of business, the biggest, the best, pioneers of science, masters of the art, and innovation of technology like few people have been able to see, no matter where you go, anywhere in this universe. Nearly 1 in 4 Indian Americans trace their roots right here in Gujarat. Gujarat is a special place. So on behalf of the entire American people, thank you, and thank you all for the contributions your culture and traditions have made to my beloved country. Americans are eager to strengthen these beautiful ties between our two people. This is truly an exciting time in the United States. Our economy is booming like never before. Our people are prospering, and spirits are soaring. There is tremendous love, tremendous We like and we love everybody. Unemployment has hit historic lows, and small business confidence has hit an all-time record high in the history of our country. Our military has been completely rebuilt. It is now stronger than ever before, and we are quickly revitalizing our alliances and friendships all around the world. We have spent $2.5 trillion on rebuilding our military. It's the most powerful military anywhere in the world by far. That is why I have come here to India in the spirit of fondness and goodwill to expand our cherished partnership of incredible power and potential. The First Lady and I have just had a pleasure of visiting Mahatma Gandhi's ashram a few miles from here, where he launched the famous Salt March. And tomorrow in Delhi, we will lay a wreath, plant a tree at Rajghat in honor of this leader who is revered all around the world. And the First Lady and I look forward to visiting one of your country's most iconic landmarks. We are later today going to see the majestic Taj Mahal. The Prime Minister and I will also continue our important discussions about how to deepen the relationship between our two great countries. Both of us understand that when leaders put the interests of their own citizens first, we can forge strong and fair partnerships to build a safer and more prosperous world. Just months ago, this critical partnership took a major step forward when the U.S. military and your brave Indian Armed Forces conducted the first ever air, land, and sea military exercises between our two countries. It was something to behold. We called it Tiger Triumph. As we continue to build our defense cooperation, the United States looks forward to providing India with some of the best and most feared military equipment on the planet. We make the greatest weapons ever made: airplanes, missiles, rockets, ships. We make the best, and we're dealing now with India. But this includes advanced air defense systems and armed and unarmed aerial vehicles. And I am pleased to announce that tomorrow our representatives will sign deals to sell over $3 billion in the absolute finest state-of-the-art military helicopters and other equipment to the Indian Armed Forces. I believe that the United States should be India's premier defense partner, and that's the way it's working out. Together, we will defend our sovereignty, security, and protect a free and open Indo-Pacific region for our children and for many, many generations to come. The United States and India are also firmly united in our ironclad resolve to defend our citizens from the threat of radical Islamic terrorism. Both of our countries have been hurt by the pain and turmoil of terrorism and that terrorism brings. Under my administration, we unleashed the full power of the American military on bloodthirsty killers of ISIS in Iraq and in Syria. Today, the ISIS territorial caliphate has been 100% destroyed, and the monster known as al-Baghdadi, the founder and leader of ISIS, is dead. In the United States, we have also made clear that while our country will always welcome newcomers who share our values and love our people, our borders will always be closed to terrorists and terrorism and to any form of extremism. That is why we have taken historic steps to improve screening and vetting of applications for entry, and we are working to ensure that anyone who threatens the security of our citizens is denied admission and will pay a very, very big, costly price. Every nation has the right to secure and controlled borders. The United States and India are committed to working together to stop terrorists and to fight their ideology. For this reason, since taking office, My administration is working in a very positive way with Pakistan to crack down on the terrorist organizations and militants that operate on the Pakistani border. Our relationship with Pakistan is a very good one. Thanks to these efforts, we are beginning to see signs of big progress with Pakistan, and we are hopeful for reduced tensions, greater stability, and the future of harmony for all of the nations of South Asia. India has an important leadership role to play in shaping a better future as you take on greater responsibility for solving problems and promoting peace throughout this incredible region. Over the course of my visit, Prime Minister Modi and I will also discuss our efforts to expand the economic ties between our two countries. We will be making very, very major, among the biggest ever made, trade deals. We are in the early stages of discussion for an incredible trade agreement to reduce barriers of investment between the United States and India. And I am optimistic that working together, the Prime Minister and I can reach a fantastic deal that's good and even great for both of our countries. Except that he's a very tough negotiator. Since my inauguration, commerce between our two nations has increased by more than 40%. India is now a major market for American exports, and the United States is India's largest export market. A booming America is a great thing for India, and it's great for the world. And that's why we're so happy to announce that we have had the greatest economy ever in the history of the United States. In America, we have proven that the best way to attract jobs and opportunity is to reduce burdens on business, knock down barriers to new investment, and eliminate unnecessary bureaucracy, red tape, regulation, and taxes. Prime Minister Modi has already made significant reforms here in your country, as you very well know. The world looks forward to even more rapid improvement to India's business climate under his leadership. He wants to do it, and he's doing it at a record pace. 2 years ago, Prime Minister Modi warmly welcomed my daughter Ivanka to the Global Entrepreneurship Summit in Hyderabad, and she is back with us today. Ivanka, thank you. Thank you for being here. We are delighted to be joined as well by dozens of Indian women entrepreneurs who are helping to build your nation's future. They are great and natural entrepreneurs, and I just say to the men, be very careful. They're really good. The United States and India are also working closely together on the future of space exploration. You are making impressive strides with your exciting Chandrayaan lunar program. It is moving along rapidly, far ahead of schedule, and America looks forward to expanding our space cooperation with India. As you push even further, you are pushing the limits, and that's a great thing, including in the realm of human spaceflight. The United States and India will be friends and partners on our voyage into the stars and into space. It is truly extraordinary what this nation has achieved in the span of just one lifetime, and what they have done under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi. It is absolutely incredible. Mr. Prime Minister, congratulations. You have come so far, but it is nothing compared to with how far India will go into the future, and the Prime Minister is laying the foundations for a future like few other countries can even think of. This nation is blessed with many treasures, from the sacred banks of the Ganges to the Golden Temple and the Jama Masjid. It is the home to some of the most cherished cultural heritage anywhere on earth. It is also the land of stunning vistas and astounding natural wonders, from the rugged peaks of the Himalayas to the splendid shores of Goa. And India has always been a wellspring of deep wisdom and great ideas, from the Vestas and the ancient epics all the way to the modern India nation. But standing before all of you today, I know that true strength of India is not found in its textbooks, its landmarks, or its landscapes. The true strength of India is found in 125,000 beating hearts in this stadium, and the millions and millions of people who have seen and witnessed our great friendship and admiration today. It is all found in the soul and the spirit of the Indian people. Your courage won and secured this nation's independence. Your devotion built this great and enduring democracy. And it is your dreams that will power this country to a future, even greater progress, prosperity, equality, and opportunity for every citizen across your land. So today I say to every Indian, North and South, Hindu and Muslim, Jewish and Christian, rich and poor, young and old, take pride in the glories of your past. Unite for an even brighter future. And let our two nations always stand together as powerful defenders of peace and liberty and the hope of a better world for all of humanity. Thank you again, Prime Minister Modi, for your hospitality, and thank you, India, for this phenomenal welcome. I want to just leave by saying, God bless India, God bless the United States of America. We love you, India, very much. Thank you. Thank you.
थैंक यू मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट। आपने अभी जो भारत के बारे में कहा, महात्मा गांधी, स्वामी विवेकानंद और सरदार पटेल को श्रद्धापूर्वक याद किया। भारत के लोगों के सामर्थ्य, उपलब्धियां और संस्कृति के बारे में कहा। मेरे बारे में भी बहुत कुछ कहा। मैं इसके लिए प्रत्येक भारतवासी की तरफ से आपका बहुत बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप ने न सिर्फ भारत का गौरव बढ़ाया है, बल्कि अमेरिका में रहने वाले भारतीयों को भी सम्मान दिया है। मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट, जहां से आपने भारतीयों को संबोधित किया है, वो दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा स्टेडियम है। खेल संबंधित कुछ सुविधाएं यहां अभी अंडर कंस्ट्रक्शन है, फिर भी आपका यहां आना खेल जगत से जुड़े हर व्यक्ति को भी उत्साहित करेगा। मैं गुजरात क्रिकेट एसोसिएशन का भी धन्यवाद करता हूं। उन्होंने ये शानदार वेन्यू इस कार्यक्रम के लिए उपलब्ध कराया। हो सकता है इससे उनके कंप्लीशन टाइम टेबल में कुछ परिवर्तन आया हो, लेकिन मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि वो इसे मेकअप कर लेंगे। साथियों, दो व्यक्ति हो या दो देशों के संबंध, उसका सबसे बड़ा आधार होता है विश्वास, एक दूसरे पर ट्रस्ट। हमारे यहां कहा भी गया है, तन्मित्रम यत्र विश्वासः, यानी फ्रेंडशिप इज वेयर ट्रस्ट इज अनशेकेबल। पिछले कुछ वर्षों में भारत और अमेरिका के बीच विश्वास जिस नई ऊंचाई पर पहुंचा है, जितना मजबूत हुआ है, वह ऐतिहासिक है। अमेरिका की अपनी यात्राओं में मैंने इस विश्वास को दिनों दिन मजबूत होते देखा है। मुझे याद है जब मैं वॉशिंगटन में प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप से पहली बार मिला था तो उन्होंने मुझे कहा था, इंडिया हैज ए ट्रू फ्रेंड इन द व्हाइट हाउस। प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप ने भारत के प्रति अपने इस विशेष प्यार को हमेशा प्रदर्शित किया है। जैसा आपने जिक्र किया, जब व्हाइट हाउस में दिवाली मनाई जाती है तो अमेरिका में रहने वाले 40 लाख भारतीय भी अमेरिका की समृद्धि और प्रगति के सहयात्री होने पर गर्व महसूस करते हैं। साथियों, अमेरिका की तरह ही आज भारत में भी परिवर्तन के लिए अभूतपूर्व अधीरता है। आज 130 करोड़ भारतवासी मिलकर न्यू इंडिया का निर्माण कर रहे हैं। हमारी युवा शक्ति एस्पिरेशन से भरी पड़ी हुई है। बड़े लक्ष्य रखना, उन्हें प्राप्त करना आज न्यू इंडिया की पहचान बन रहा है। आज भारत में दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा स्टेडियम ही नहीं है, आज भारत दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी हेल्थ एश्योरेंस स्कीम भी चला रहा है। आज भारत में दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा सोलर पार्क ही नहीं बनता, लेकिन आज भारत में दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा सैनिटेशन प्रोग्राम भी चल रहा है। आज भारत एक साथ सबसे ज्यादा सैटेलाइट भेजने का वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड ही नहीं बनाता रहा, आज भारत सबसे तेज फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन करके भी वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड बना रहा है। 21वीं सदी में हमारा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हो या फिर सोशल सेक्टर, हम ग्लोबल बेंचमार्क को लेकर आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। बीते कुछ समय में भारत ने न सिर्फ 1500 पुराने कानून खत्म किए हैं, बल्कि समाज को सशक्त करने के लिए नए कानून भी बनाए हैं। ट्रांसजेंडर पर्सन्स के लिए अधिकार हो, 3 तलाक के खिलाफ कानून बनाकर मुस्लिम महिलाओं का सम्मान हो, दिव्यांग जनों को प्राथमिकता देना हो, महिलाओं को प्रेगनेंसी के दौरान 26 हफ्ते की पेड मैटरनिटी लीव का प्रावधान हो, ऐसे कई अधिकार हमने समाज में अलग अलग वर्गों के लिए सुनिश्चित किए हैं। साथियों, मुझे इस बात की खुशी है कि भारत में हो रहे इन परिवर्तनों के बीच आज अमेरिका भारत का एक भरोसेमंद पार्टनर बना है। आज जो देश भारत का लार्जेस्ट ट्रेडिंग पार्टनर है तो वो देश है अमेरिका। आज भारत की सेनाएं जिस देश के साथ सबसे ज्यादा युद्ध अभ्यास कर रही है तो वो देश है अमेरिका। आज जिस देश के साथ भारत की सबसे व्यापक रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट पार्टनरशिप है तो वो देश है अमेरिका। आज चाहे डिफेंस हो, एनर्जी सेक्टर हो, हेल्थ हो, इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी हो, हर क्षेत्र में हमारी रिलेशनशिप का दायरा निरंतर बढ़ रहा है। साथियों, 21वीं सदी के इस दशक में न्यू इंडिया रिसर्जेंट अमेरिका के लिए भी अनेक नई संभावनाएं, अनेक नए अवसर लेकर के आया है। विकास के हर क्षेत्र में दोनों ही देशों के पास पाने के लिए बहुत कुछ है। भारत में मैन्युफैक्चरिंग बढ़ाना, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का विस्तार होना अमेरिका के लिए नई संभावनाएं लेकर आएगा। इंडस्ट्री 4.0 के इस दौर में भारत में डिजिटल इकोनॉमी का विस्तार अमेरिका के लिए भी निवेश के अनेक मौके बनाएगा। मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट, बीते दशकों में डिजिटल इकोनॉमी में भारत और अमेरिका के संबंधों को शेप करने में बहुत महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाई है। भारतीय टैलेंट और अमेरिकी टेक्नोलॉजी ने इस क्षेत्र को नई लीडरशिप दी है और मैं मानता हूं 21वीं सदी में भारत और अमेरिका मिलकर इस डिजिटल युग का इंडस्ट्री 4.0 का नेतृत्व करने के लिए समर्थ है। साथियों, 21वीं सदी में नए अलाइनमेंट, नए कंपटीशन, नए चैलेंजेस और नई अपॉर्चुनिटीज बदलाव की नींव रख रहे हैं। ऐसे में भारत और अमेरिका के संबंध और सहयोग की 21वीं सदी के विश्व की दिशा तय करने में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका होगी। मेरा स्पष्ट मत है कि भारत और अमेरिका नेचुरल पार्टनर है। हम सिर्फ इंडो पैसिफिक रीजन में ही नहीं बल्कि पूरी दुनिया की पीस, प्रोग्रेस और सिक्योरिटी में एक प्रभावी योगदान दे सकते हैं। आतंकवाद को हराने में अमेरिका के कमिटमेंट और प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप की लीडरशिप मानवता की सेवा की है और इसलिए मैं मानता हूं कि प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप जैसे विलक्षण नेता और भारत के अनन्य मित्र का इस देश का इस दशक की शुरुआत में ही भारत आना एक बहुत बड़ा अवसर है। बीते समय में भारत अमेरिकी संबंधों को सशक्त करने की जो शुरुआत हमने की है, अब उनकी इस विजिट से उसका अगला फेज शुरू हो रहा है। हम एक लॉन्ग टर्म विजन से इंस्पायर्ड है, सिर्फ शॉर्ट टर्म कंसिडरेशन से नहीं। हमारे बायलैटरल रिलेशंस ग्रो करेंगे, हमारी इकोनॉमिक पार्टनरशिप का विस्तार होगा, हमारा डिजिटल कोऑपरेशन बढ़ेगा और मुझे विश्वास है कि हम नई ऊंचाइयों को पार करते हुए भारत जिन सपनों को लेकर के चला है, अमेरिका जिन सपनों को लेकर के चला है, हम मिलकर के उन सपनों को पूरा करेंगे। आज मेरा सौभाग्य है कि राष्ट्रपति ट्रंप और उनके पूरी परिवार का मुझे स्वागत सम्मान करने का अवसर मिला है। मैं फिर एक बार नमस्ते ट्रंप का इस नाद को गूंजते हुए आप सबसे आग्रह करूंगा, भारत माता की, भारत माता की, भारत माता की। इंडिया यूएस फ्रेंडशिप, लॉन्ग लिव इंडिया यूएस फ्रेंडशिप, इंडिया यूएस फ्रेंडशिप। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
India-US friendship reverberates the new Motera Stadium. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, on behalf of 1.3 billion people, welcomed President Donald Trump and said that he is very happy that the family is here. Thanked the First Lady Melania Trump. Also mentioned about
India has grown in the last 2 decades, he described as phenomenal. He said the people of India were an inspiration for the rest of the world. Donald Trump talking at length about how to deepen ties and forge strong partnerships with India. He talked about recent military exercises between the US and the India, and India described as the Tiger Trials. He also talked about how the US is looking to share what he described as the world's best weapons with India, and announced defense deals worth $3 billion were going to be inked, including those for Apache helicopters. On Pakistan, the US president talked about how the US is working with Pakistan to end terror, but also said that India, like all nations, had the right to secure its borders. Well, from this point on, the Trumps move to the next leg of their visit, which is Agra in Uttar Pradesh. Agra, which has got a phenomenal makeover in the last few days ahead of that visit. Well, crowds now filing out of the Motera Stadium, which was displayed in all its finery today. We're told that the audience close to 1.25 lakhs today. That would be well beyond the stadium's capacity, which is believed to be 1,10,000 people. But packed to the rafters, and it's going to take a long time for all those people to exit the stadium. The atmosphere there being described as electric, not just by the heads of state, but also by their entourage, many of whom have been tweeting about both the reception that they got on the road as well as at the stadium. So for the moment, the highlight in a way of day one of the Trump visit is now over. The Namaste Trump event, where both leaders have talked at length about the India-US partnership and how very special it is.
Space program, cooperation in the Indo-Pacific region, entrepreneurship, health, education.
All right, we're going to try and go across to my colleague Vishnu Shom in just a bit, who's been at the Motera Stadium witnessing all of this live, and perhaps, we could talk about the highlights of both those speeches made by the US President and Prime Minister Modi. Earlier in the day, the Trumps trying their hand at spinning the charkha at Mahatma Gandhi's Sabarmati Ashram. Donald Trump arriving in Ahmedabad on the first leg of his India trip. Now he moves on to Agra. The Air Force One plane carrying Trump and his wife landing at the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport in Ahmedabad around 11:40 this morning. The Prime Minister had already reached Ahmedabad an hour before that and was present at the airport to welcome him. Then this was followed by a 22-kilometer road show, and then that 15-20 minute visit to the iconic Sabarmati Ashram, where interestingly President Trump wrote in the visitor's book but only talked about his warm friendship with Prime Minister Modi and made no mention of Mahatma Gandhi. However, Mahatma Gandhi did feature in that speech that he made. He also remembered Sardar Patel and Swami Vivekananda, perhaps tripping over those somewhat large names. But he also talked about India's great cultural and ancient heritage, and talked at length about how India has achieved everything that it has done, being a peaceful, free democracy, and that makes India's rise an inspiring story for the rest of the world. He also talked about the Modi government's achievements and how in the last few years, President Trump was, in fact, careful to emphasize how many more have access to electricity, how many more Indians are connected to the internet, how 70 million more households now have access to cooking fuel, and how India will soon be the home of the largest middle class anywhere in the world. So he had a lot of praise for Prime Minister Modi in those remarks. And he talked about India as a nation that set its people free to chase their dreams. He talked about the India story being unrivaled no matter which part of the world you were in. He also referenced Bollywood, said this was home to some 2,000 movies made every year. He talked about Sachin Tendulkar, India's biggest cricketing icon. He talked about the great festivals, Diwali, Holi, everything that is associated with India outside the country, all being referenced in President Trump's speech. Interestingly, on the subject of Pakistan, he talked about how the US relationship with Pakistan was a good one. He also said the US was working with Pakistan on terror, but he also said every country has the right to secure its own border, something that the Indian establishment will perhaps be pleased about. Well, we're seeing the Trump motorcade now making its way out of the Motera Stadium and presumably back to the airport, from where they are expected to move on to the next leg of their visit, which is Agra. So just to remind you, 1:05 was when the Namaste Trump event was to begin. It began about 20 minutes later than scheduled, but 3:30 p.m. or 15:30 hours is when Trump is expected to get on the plane and head to Agra. At 4:45, he arrives in Agra, and this is at the Air Force Station in Agra, from where he will proceed directly to the